Wednesday. It was a lovely sunny day. Um, you could be anywhere you wanted to be, but you are here today. So round of applause for yourself. Yay! Alrighty. So I would love to introduce a very special woman. She is an entrepreneur of 11 years, an international speaker, four-time author, Express Success, founder, and mastermind herself, socialpreneur, boss babe, boss babe of babes, I must say, and mentor to many and thousands over the world internationally. She's a very dear friend of mine as well. I've known her for 7 years, so I know her personally. Behind all the success, she is a very humble and caring, loving person. Please welcome Melissa Moniz.
Thank you.
You're so welcome.
So good. Love you. All right. Wonderful. And please give it up for Priscilla Devera. And as she mentioned, yes, I've known her for 7 years. I feel like it's been forever just because of the connection that we do have. I've watched her grow significantly, so I'm very, very proud of her, and I'm also really excited because together and tonight actually marks a significant night. So it's not just about the presentation tonight. As of April 1st, the Melissa Moniz mansion actually got transformed to the Boss Babe mansion. So it's just really fun. And as you can see, we are not in control of anything in particular. Rather, we are taking our, I guess, the driver's role in terms of how we choose. All right, so just again, by a show of hands, what if you could have more choices? More choices in every area of your life. By raise of hands, yeah, I would like that. Say, yeah, I would like that. Just tell me, yeah, I would like that. Yeah, yeah, oh, yeah, okay, good. I don't believe you yet. So, would you like that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
Okay, now I believe you. So I want to ask you guys something before we really get started. What does success really mean to you? Just a couple of words shouting out. What does success mean, Will?
Success, you say I get the spot.
Oh, that's okay. It's a family here tonight. It's all good. There's no cameras either, except that one.
I try to succeed.
A drive to succeed, okay. But what does success actually mean to you? answer is like, actually, I'm not too sure if I do or not, then there are ways to go about loving yourself even more. And that's sexy. Yes or no? Amazing. And last but not least, soulful. I mean, we aren't even these physical things. We are these massive spirits inside of us trying to express. And that's what I love, because we are all soulful, right? Even if you're like, I don't know if you are. You just are. If you're alive and breathing right now, you are soulful. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Am I speaking soulfully right now?
Yes.
That's why we're representing. All right. And then last but not least, socialpreneurs. And so that's a hybrid of words.
Yeah.
Entrepreneur mixed with social. Okay. If you have taken a look at history from the dawn of time, since the beginning of time, okay, what do? We talk with people, right? But what do we also do, which we don't even realize sometimes? The game of life was never really about chase that money that died. All right, the game of life was actually really having meaningful relationships, meaningful interactions, me sharing my gifts with you, and then you share your gifts with me. Before we had money, back in the biblical times, money was called talent, and we exchanged talent, right? Raise your hand if you know you're talented. You know you have some passions, you're talented, yeah. That's why we are socialpreneurs. We are literally utilizing the platform of entrepreneurship to share how we really are and being social. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, cool. On the next one here, if I can, you're probably wondering, so why am I here? Like, seriously, why am I here? Wonderful. The first reason why you're here is to know that the person who invited you cares a lot about you. Okay? If you were invited into Boss Babe Mansion, someone cares about you. So whoever invited you, just take a moment, make some eye contact, and say thank you. Oh. Okay, get your camera, because that was a Kodak moment right there. All right, and here's the thing here. Stacey, what does it say?
Be the change you want to see in the world.
Yeah, be the change you want to see in the world. Okay, so we will promise you inspiration tonight. One of the reasons why we use Gandhi as our role model is because being the change in a time right now where faith might not be very, at a high level, people are not as faithful about things. They don't trust anymore. I'll believe it when I see it, right? Okay. So what about the act? Like, we gotta create, right? But that's how we are sometimes. We don't really trust and we don't really have faith, and so we have to see it before we believe it. But the reason why we've come together for this project is that we can be living proof that anything is possible. Anything. Like, I mean anything. You okay with that? Anything?
Yes.
Like anything? Like anything?
Like anything.
Like anything. Okay, cool. Right? And it's being that change so that when people look around, they have no way of saying, you know what, no, that doesn't exist, because they can actually see it. Right? So if I say to you that infinite love exists, and I'm the one who's telling you that, support and admiration and love, like all of this, does it exist? Well, with me standing here talking to you the way that I'm talking to you, does it exist, yes or no?
Yes.
Absolutely, because I'm being the
Change.
Yeah. Okay? So, if I can, why else are you here? To learn how you can increase the quality of your life starting when?
Now.
Starting when?
Now.
Okay, all together, starting when?
Now.
Yes. Okay, we're alive. I like it. All right, and now increasing the quality of your life, it's optimal health, right? And we're not going to be here all night long or all year long, so we're going to focus on two topics. Number one, the additional leveraging of nutritional supplements and the additional leveraging of emotional relationships, right? And we're not talking about random interactions of people that you are forced to hang out with. We're talking about relationships, okay? People that you choose to be around. Make sense?
Yes.
Cool. And last but not least, by being here, you're actually part of the online health and freedom revolution right now, okay? This is happening with or without you, but by being here, you're part of it. Is that cool?
Mm-hmm.
You like that?
Yes.
It's very exciting. Very exciting. And you see all these generations? Optimal health. See the generation to come? Love it. Love it. All right, cool. So what will you get today? If you allow it, if you intend on getting the most out of today, this is what you're going to get. Okay? Education, inspiration, and a chance to join our momentum. It's exciting. Very exciting. Number one, 2 challenges that face all generations. Number 2, the greatest freedom tool that we have found to date, which is called USANA Health Sciences. Number 3, if you are a working professional or if you pay taxes, we're going to show you how to save $3,000 on your taxes starting when? Today. Today and this year. Yeah, this year. You're like, this year. This year, right? And then number 4, the business of the future uses leverage. Okay, this is something that I wasn't even taught in business school. Raise your hand if you have any business college degree, or okay, wonderful. Do you remember talking about leverage or anything like that in business school? Like really, like a whole course on leverage and how you can use it for, yeah, no, because it doesn't exist yet, except for tonight. It's here tonight. Woo. And 5, how we use Animals. Thank you. Exactly. Right? So one of the things, guys, is that, again, these things are happening, and it's all a big ecosystem. Using these foods, we're going to get a lifestyle disease. And I can assure you, it is horrible. It is horrible to have someone that you love go through these types of things. And I urge you not to wait. Does that make sense? Are you okay with me urging you not to wait?
Yes.
Okay. You're like, it's tough. It's tough stuff. So if you actually look at the cells, this is inside your digestive tract. Okay, I'm not a scientist, but one of our scientists did put this together. In your digestive tract, the cells should be healthy, meaning they all look the same. They're all commingling, having a good time. After, I think it's 20 minutes after eating a fast food meal like Tim Hortons, Subway, or McDonald's, that's the damage to your cells in your stomach that happens 20 minutes later. Now, do we have permission to be honest with each other tonight?
Yes.
Okay, how do you actually feel after 20 minutes of eating a McDonald's meal, Subway sandwich, Tim Hortons, Starbucks? Please be honest. How do you actually feel? Like crap. Thank you. Thank you. That was a very honest answer. How else do you feel, Stacey? Tired. For me, a little guilty. What else? How else do we feel?
I get hungry.
You get hungry again an hour later because there was no nutrients in that. These things that we call food are a poor excuse for food. They're not really food. They're genetically modified organisms, and they're designed to stay on the shelves longer so that we can just sell more, right? And guys, I just urge you to think about today as an opportunity to start just making some choice changes. Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right. So if we had a strong antioxidant in our bloodstream, which we're supposed to get from, super fruits and from the greens and from the grasses and from whole foods, basically, this is the oxidation defense in your cells that happens right after. If you have that in your bloodstream, which you can get from a strong supplement or from superfoods. All right. Is it perfect? No. Is it close to perfect though? Yeah. Almost there. Okay. And so there are things that we can do on a daily basis. So we want to ask ourselves, if the body is made up of cells and we need to feed our cells, what are we actually feeding our cells? Mostly made up of water, but what do we actually feed our cells so they can thrive and really be super healthy?
Vitamins.
Yeah, vitamins and nutrients. And so people don't realize that. We don't talk about these things anymore. We're never really taught that in school unless you go to nutrition school, right? So we don't talk about these things. It's vitamins and nutrients. And one of the things, again, people are not saying at New Year's resolutions, okay, this year, guys, I'm going to be disease-free. Like, we don't talk like that. What do we say instead? Oh, wait. Yeah, I want to lose those extra 5 pounds this year. This time I'm going to hit the gym for real. Okay. And then guess what ends up happening? If you do nothing about your resolutions, not only do you lead yourself towards a lifestyle disease, you also lead yourself to an internal rusting. Your systems on the inside are rusting from the inside out. And the physical appearance is exactly as such, right? Now, I wouldn't put a woman up there, she's very exposed in that sense, whoops, right? But there, if you can get the picture. And the same thing for the other side to the left there. When the systems are all working together, right, and you're making those great lifestyle choices, the net result of great lifestyle choices is actually, you look amazing, you have vitality, you've got the energy, you're feeling what? Sexy. That makes sense? Mm-hmm. Cool. Okay, so what are the building blocks of life then? Cells. And what are the building blocks of cells? Vitamins, all right? Which we're supposed to get from what? Our food. All right. So one of the things that we've noticed here, guys, is that our food is nutrient deficient. And is the food the same as it was when our grandparents walked the earth? Yes or no, let's be honest? No. Right? And so when people tell me, Melissa, it's okay, I don't need a supplement. I don't want that because I don't like taking pills. Okay, where are you gonna get it from? I'll just get it from my food. And then I ask them, no problem. But my question to you is, Mildred, right? I'm saying that right? Mildred, do you eat 18.5 medium organic oranges a day just for your vitamin C? No. Thank you for being honest. Okay. Bryden, am I saying that right? Bryden, B-R-Y-D-O-N. Got it. Okay. 10 whole chicken breasts just for your zinc. And that's grain-fed organic chicken breasts. A day. Just for your zinc. No, did okay.
I love how everyone wants to say yes. Big head.
You said we're being honest, right? Okay, all right, fine, I'll be honest, right? And then here's another one, 2 cups of cooked organic spinach. Now, Costco size bags, about 4 of them lined up, and then you cook them. That's what 2 cups of spinach really is, okay? Does anybody even eat that in a year? No.
I do.
Right? Perfect, okay, but that's just for the magnesium, right? And there's a myriad of different vitamins and nutrients that the body needs, because if you really think about it, The body is such a it's such a precious miracle. Like, do you have to think right now about breathing? No, it just the body breathes for you, right? Did you have to think about that toxin that's actually in your body right now and your body's like battling it right now? Did you have to think about that? No. What about the saliva in your mouth right now that just keeps regenerating, making sure that you don't get dry mouth, right? We don't think about these things, and that's why sometimes we never think about this. Mm-hmm. And tonight you get a chance to increase your what? The quality of your
life.
Yes. Do you think it's going to increase the quality of your life if you start injecting yourself with the real building blocks of life? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. So supplementation is a solution.
Yeah, absolutely.
For sure. Okay, and it doesn't have to be a crazy lifestyle change of like, going to the gym, it's just in the morning and at the night, you give yourself the building blocks of life. Now here's my other question to you. Are all cars made the same?
No.
Are all clothing made the same?
Nope.
So do you think all supplements are made the same?
No.
Absolutely not. And you're going to learn tonight that truly there is a massive difference between what we've chosen and what's available on the general market. You okay with that?
Yeah.
Are you okay with that? Yeah. Okay, cool. Stacey's like, All right. It's really, really beautiful because we've chosen USANA Health Sciences, the company that we mentioned at the beginning. And the reason why we did so is because of the founder, Dr. Myron Wentz. Dr. Myron Wentz is an incredible human being, and I revere him like crazy. This man has accomplished so much in his life. So far, about 1972 was his very first company called Gull Laboratories. And in that, he was putting his two PhDs actually to work. So he has a PhD in microbiology and in immunology. So what is microbiology? Microbiology is a study of human
cells.
Yeah. And then immunology, what is that a study of? Diseases, actually. Disease and disease prevention. Pretty cool. Yeah, it's nice. Okay. To most people, that's boring stuff. To him, he's like, no, I'm all about that. And he has been an amazing inventor and creator of wonderful things for the people all over the world. And so what he did with Gull Laboratories, guys, was that he had to actually study cells under the microscope. Okay. So if you want to study your cells longer and they're starting to sort of die off, how do you keep them thriving? What would you put inside the cell culture? The building blocks of life, right? So what are those?
Vitamins.
Yes, thank you. Okay, good. We're all on the same train here. And so what he did was he just went to generic places and put the vitamins inside his little petri dishes. And do you want to know what he found time and time again? The cells were dying faster. Okay? So these cells are not real people. Real people are taking these products. Being so passionate about human life and about cellular health, do you think he was okay with that?
No.
And thank God he wasn't, because what he did was he went on to invent the very first formula, which you actually saw right here, the essentials, which is actually how he kept the cells thriving underneath the microscope. And to date, 20 years later, that original formula is still going strong at Salt Lake City. So I just want to give Dr. Myron Wentz a little bit of love here. Okay, so we can give him a round of applause. Thank you. That's like we're going to meet him for the first time this year, which is awesome. And so after that, he realized, okay, I can either keep this little miracle to myself or I can create another company, close down Gull Laboratories and create another company. So obviously, he's not going to keep that to himself. He's going to create another company. And the best way to get people really learning about a product, is it by reading a magazine? Is it by watching a commercial?
No.
No. How is it actually shared the best? Through what?
Referrals.
Yeah, through word of mouth. Through word of mouth. Everything the best of the best in your life, you didn't really read about it somewhere else. It's because someone who loved you and that you love told you about it. And so with USANA Health Sciences, we were actually a direct selling association company. What does that mean? It means that we bring this product to people through word of mouth. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Right? And it's very exciting. We've actually affected over 90 million people so far in the last 20 years. All right? And we're in over 20 countries. And last but not least, this man here again, apart from his two PhDs, everyone here is familiar with the Nobel Peace Prize? Mm-hmm. Yes or no? Yeah. All right, good. Okay, slowly. All right, the next award after that is the Albert Einstein Award for Lifetime Achievements. And in 2007, for his achievements with Gull Laboratories and USANA Health Sciences, he actually won this award. So again, I just want to show him some love. That's amazing. Okay. And so what we're going to do now, before we show you a quick video, is I just want to share the vision. Because this is a vision that we share as Boss Babes, and as you being here tonight, it's something that's really precious to us. Okay? So if I can, Miss Nadia, do you want to read that loud? You can stand up, it's okay. Let's give Nadia a round of applause. Thank you. So I dream of a world free from I dream from a world free from pain and suffering. I dream of a world free from disease. The USANA family will be the healthiest family on earth. Share my vision, live life to its fullest in happiness and health.
Beautiful.
So nice, okay? And it's one thing to say that, and it's another thing to say it and actually live it. Okay, so far with his achievements, do you think he's living that out?
Oh, yeah.
A product like this, yes.
How old is he anyways?
Oh, it's debatable. I have
No one would ever know.
I'm like laughing because I'm like, I have no idea how old you are. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna close the door here. We're gonna put the volume up nice and loud, and we're gonna watch a short video. Just take a moment to sort of capture the awards, capture the people, capture the experience that you're getting just by watching this. Because it's really hard to summarize 20 years in 40 minutes. All right, enjoy, guys. Okay. All right. All right, and Stacey, read this out loud.
Everything we do helps you love life and live it.
That's a bold promise. That is a very bold promise. But I can assure you this, if you solve the two challenges that face every single person in the face of the planet, the health challenge and the financial money challenge, if you've solved that for people, do you think people are loving life and living it? Yeah. So that's the reason why we actually have this promise and stand by it. All right. So if I can, I'm going to show you guys here. We have some really powerful partnerships with universities all over the world that come to us for our research, for our science, and our innovation. We also have a partnership with the hospitals and the doctors' offices all over the world, which is really, we want to make sure that when people take our product, that they can trust it and they can really bring it to their doctors. So we're the only supplement company that's found in the PDR reference book, which every legitimate doctor's office should have. It's called the Blue Book for reference. And USANA is actually in there so your doctors can actually reference and say, yeah, this is USANA, it's a great company, da, da, da. All right, really powerful. Does anyone here, it's a little bit of a small picture, but does anyone know Dr. Oz? Anyone know who that is?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Really, really fabulous partnership as well. One of the things that I think is really exciting is that as of January 22nd, the Dr. Oz Show will air one USANA product every single month to make sure that the general population is really going to understand what USANA is all about and benefit now from the product line, okay? Again, what are we really selling, guys? It's vitamins and nutrients, but not just any kind of vitamins and nutrients. The best in the world. Is that okay with you guys? The best in the world? I love that. I love saying that I take the best in the world, and I get very excited. Well, there's nothing better than the best, right? Very excited. All right, and lastly here, guys, we get a lot of questions about this too, because when people learn about something through word of mouth, it's true, we can get a little skeptical. That's, again, we're being honest tonight, right? Mm-hmm. Right? Do we get a little skeptical sometimes? It's like, oh, I never heard about USANA. Why had I never heard about it? Well, it's okay. It's because someone hasn't told you about it yet. But the other thing that we make sure is that people feel comfortable, and we are a publicly traded company. So if anyone here is familiar with business, if you're publicly traded, everything is available to the what? The public, right? So people can find out about you. Something that I want to note, 2008, we experienced a recession, okay, a global recession. And during 2008, USANA hit record gross sales, okay? So do you think that there's a correlation there, guys? Yeah, it's because we're amazing, the products are amazing, and we also offer a solution to the two challenges that face every generation. Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, me too. We like that. So if you want to get a ticker and if you want to know what a really good investment is according to Warren Buffett, it is USANA, and the ticker is USNA. If you have cell phones, feel free to take pictures of anything. I highly recommend that you look them up and start investing. If I can, going once, going twice, 2.5. Oh, wow, the businessman. He's like, that's right. Okay, take a look at it. It's a really fantastic.
And how much, what's our,
Thank you. Yes, our company overall worth is $1.24 billion. And the stock per stock right now is going for about $124 in. And what's really beautiful again is that every time we experience dips or recessions, we actually, and I find that very interesting. But we have rapid sales growth. It just keeps going forward. It's a fantastic investment. Going okay, wonderful. Okay, so again, continuing on the education side of things, most doctors today will say, you know what, if you're feeling any particular discomfort or if you're also on your way to a lifestyle disease, they'll recommend vitamins. So what do they normally do? If they don't know about USANA, they'll recommend what is heavily marketed. So raise your hand if you know about, say, Kirkland, GNC, Herbalife, all these popular brands, and of course, because there's a lot of marketing for them. We really want to sort of stress to you guys right now that when we do our research, we don't just pat our own back and say, yes, we're the best. We get a third-party agreement, and we also look at scientific research outside of us. It's very easy to say, yes, I'm great. I make, stringent people, like professionals, looking at, are you really great? Well, that's actually why we utilize the Nutritional Supplements Guide. You can get this at Chapters, Indigo. You can get it online at Amazon as well. But this rates over 1,600 different products, including the ones that are heavily including USANA. So I want to ask you guys a question. If you came home with a test to your parents, and you're so excited as your math test, right? And you said, Mom, Dad, I got 1.4% out of 100. What would your parents say to you? Truly, be honest.
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say, yeah, I got, we were, in my time, spanking was okay, so I would definitely get spanked. But what would happen? Truly. That's not okay, right? That is not okay. And so that's why looking at the scoring here, this is actually talking about whether or not the vitamins are absorbed in the body. It's the bioavailability. The interesting thing here is that so many of these well-known brands like Centrum, Kirkland, GNC, Centrum, for example, okay, Centrum here, 4.7% absorption out of 100. 4.7%. And so whatever it was, Centrum is $11.99 a month, like $12 a month. I would rather get myself an entire basket of organic fruits and vegetables than pay for that. All right, now here's the other thing. Who here's gone to a hotel before? We've all been to hotels, yeah? Okay, raise your hand if you get really excited when you get a great deal on a one-star hotel. I love that reaction. Everyone's like, are you kidding me? What's wrong with the one-star hotel? Truly, just we're being honest. Right. What do you know about one-star hotels?
Low quality.
Low quality. Someone might have been murdered there, right? Like cockroach, cucarachas, right? So the thing here, guys, is that we utilize the same star system because people are familiar with it. And Centrum is a half star out of 5 stars. A half star out of 5 stars. I am a businesswoman, and so I have a lot of ethics behind what I provide to people. I could never provide that product to anybody. I would feel horrible. I would not be able to sleep at night. Unfortunately, the vitamin and supplement industry is not really regulated very much. We do have third-party tools, but it's important that you really do your research. What are you putting inside your body? Now, USANA, yes, of course, as you know, it is the best, but we're not just saying that ourselves. At the best bang for price, $45.45 in the States, $53.99 in Canada, we are a 5-star gold star rating and 96.1% overall absorption for the majority. And that's amazing. We're really, really proud about that. But the reason why we're proud is because of the effects of the nutrition for people, right? It's nice to say we're the best, but what does it really do for you? Okay, I'm going to turn this off, sorry. Well, let's actually take a look at this. If you have strong vitamin and antioxidant support in your bloodstream, you should be defending against oxidation. Okay, and what is that? That's that rusting that we saw earlier on the two bodies. You guys remember that? The rusting from the inside out. So we're not going to slice up a human being, but we do slice up apples, right? That was a joke. Right? Cool. All right. And we do what is called an apple test. We get the vitamins, put it in a water solution, and we leave it for 2 days. Okay. So there's normal water, GNC, Kirkland from Costco, USANA 1-a-day Centrum, and a generic Shoppers Drug Mart brand. So the interesting thing is that if you slice open an apple and just leave it, no antioxidants, it should go what color? Brown. Yeah, it should go brown. That's the natural process. And that's fine, but we want to, as human beings, we don't want to age, we want to anti-age, right? We want to slow down the oxidation process. So we need antioxidants. So given the results, just using your science hats right now, should it go more brown, not brown at all? Well, what should happen if you have an antioxidant in the mix? Yeah, no browning, right? No browning. Absolutely. Okay. So let's take a look at the results. Bam. Okay. For some reason, there's blackening. Yeah, this is disgusting. It's actually like molding and blackening after 2 days.
That's GNC, right?
Yeah, this one here is GNC Mega Man, very popular amongst the men. Kirkland, very popular amongst families, right? You can get like a 7 million year supply of vitamins for like $2.
Disappearing.
Right? But it's disappearing, right? This is like disintegration. So the proof of what Dr. Meinrad found when he was studying the cells under the microscope, remember, die off faster, is because of this effect, all right? And are you okay with that? No, right? It's like against the whole purpose of taking the vitamin in the first place. You should go to your doctor being like, you recommended this. How could you? Did you see the apple? Actually, don't do it. 15 teaspoons of sugar
And a can that big.
in a can that big, right? Can you imagine that? You would never do that in real life, and yet we drink these products, right? These products. So that's why Sonic came up with their own antioxidant, high energy drink that it doesn't come from sugar, the sweetness. The sweetness comes from 1.5 apples, and the energy actually comes from the naturally occurring caffeine from white tea, green tea, echinacea, and ginseng. How cool is that? Yeah? So that's something that we're really passionate about, is giving people options. Remember, we promised you increase the quality of your life starting when? Starting when?
Now.
Yes, now, like right now. Guys, if you have skin, this product line is for you. All right, now I want to point out again from an educational standpoint, does anyone know what the largest organ of the body is?
Skin.
It's skin, right? And if you didn't know that before tonight, I want you to start really respecting your skin, because it's literally the gateway that protects you, but also is absorbing whatever you put on top of your skin. So if you look at some of the shaving creams, the colognes, the shampoos, who here showers every day? Yeah, exactly. All the stuff that you use to shower, right? And you're like, actually, no, I'm just joking, right? But it's one of those things that we don't really pay attention to the stuff we put on top of our skin or on top of our hair. If you look at the back of the bottles, it says, don't get it in your eyes. It says, if you get it in your mouth and ingest it, call your physician right away. Warning, toxic, or expires in 15 years. Okay, if your skin is the largest organ of your body, it's connected from the insides. It is the gateway to the insides. And so if it's toxic and it's on your skin, where does it end up?
In your bloodstream.
In your bloodstream, inside of you. And that's why so many products today are carcinogenic. They're actually cancer causing. All right, and so we just want to really put it out there to say, take a look at what you're putting on your skin, and maybe we can suggest an alternative. That's why the Sensei line is available for all generations, not just men and women, but for kids too, right? Anybody who has skin, right? And so it's basically these vitamins that are put into the skin formula. How cool is that, right? And so it took 11 years of research to get this product line. It's paraben-free, right, which means no random plastics or preservatives in it. No preservatives, as I said. But here's the other thing, guys. It's actually edible, meaning it's safe enough to eat. And that, to me, is amazing, because very few product lines in the world have that claim. Okay? And so I want to trust whatever I put on my body is not going to cause me cancer. Cool? Same thing for you guys. That's why we're pointing it out. Alrighty, last but not least, your health, your life, your way. This is going to conclude the health portion of our presentation. All right? We want to make it super easy. Who is involved with USANA or is like into the healthy lifestyle? They don't always know what to take, and they shouldn't have to be the one recommending anything. That's why Dr. Oz put together an online for you to go online in the comfort and privacy of your own home. It does not replace doctor's advice, but it does supplement doctor's advice. So you can get your own risk assessment, your own lifestyle plan, and your own set up for you. Because you're not going to take exactly the same, formula as somebody else. It's meant for you. So it's personalized and customized. And if we can, Priscilla, to grab the My Health Pack, you can customize it so that you don't, if you travel a lot or if you go to work back and forth during the day, do you really want to be carrying all these little bottles? No. It's a very convenient. Thank you. Okay, so this is what, you can pass that one around too. This is actually my health pack. I didn't know you can't have any. Right, so my focus is skin health, is vitality and my immunity, right? So I have my Vitamin C and the Biomega, and also just basic health, which are the essentials. But I have bottles with me from locations to put them in my little packs, get them mailed to me. And this is the traditional health pack, which is basically really, again, conveniently done. That's actually found in the Reset as well. Really good. And you don't have to be confused into a store trying to find these things. It gets mailed to your doorstep, guys. Right? Is that convenient or not? Yes. Yeah, it's convenient. And we want that. It's your health, your life, and your way. But don't just take our word for it, guys. A lot of health companies will say, oh, professionals take our stuff. And we just say, well, what kind of professionals? Professionals who have an entire legal system and legal team, nutritionists, all these people who are monitoring every single thing you do every single day, right? What kind of people are these? These are Olympian athletes, and a lot of them gold medalists. 700 Olympian athletes that take our, again, it's because for a good reason. Do Olympian athletes take second best or the best? The best, right? And so if these athletes, I mean, I love this. I'm like, I take the same stuff as Serena Williams. I love that. That's my little claim to fame, even if just for a moment. And follow boxing. There's actually a match that just happened not too long ago. These are just a few of them. One Diaz, some wonderful examples. But again, just do your research, right? It's really important to see, again, by association, who's really taking this stuff, right? And that's why we're really proud because second best. The Olympics come every how often? 4
Yeah, 4 years.
Yeah, every 4 years, 4 years. Thank you again. Okay, every 3-4 years the Olympics come. So do you think they're going to risk their health? Yes or no? Yes or no?
No.
All right. At this time, it is a body break and back. Give yourself a round of applause. Okay, so far, are you feeling educated?
Yes.
Yes? Are you feeling inspired?
Absolutely.
Okay, have a stand if we can. We're going to do a very quick body break. Bathrooms again, if you want to use it, it's just over here. And the pitcher of water as well. Yeah, thank you so much. Please come stand. You're like, what's with body break now? Alrighty, so if we can, Stacy, can you lead us to our body break? Okie dokie. Thank you. Alrighty, if everyone can just gather around several. Okie dokie. Water time. Alright, let's pretend that there's a rope and we're gonna reach up, give it a nice pull down. Oh, you can't reach it. Just keep going, keep going. Okay, I think we got the rope. Now let's place it nicely on the ground and just drop it there and hang for a moment in time, like a ragdoll. That feels nice. Okay, now slowly come up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Oh. Okay, do a nice shoulder roll back. And forward. And now up and down and say, I don't know. And just shake up the palms. Do whatever you feel. Whatever feels good, just do it. Okay, okay. All right. Please give Stacey a round of applause. All right. Okay. Very good. So I'm going to set my timer because I'm very happy. I love to respect people's time. Make sure we're all on the same page. Okay. Gonna get some more water there. So far, so good. Does anyone have any questions or comments or anything that's like, oh, I didn't know that, or anything like that? Anything that's kind of coming up in the mindset right now?
Yeah, basically, I'm seeing a new product here and I'm seeing how it will work and find that it actually does work, so I didn't know a lot of that other stuff, that how much our body absorbs and stuff like that, so.
Love it. Okay, good. Let's give Craig a round of applause. Okay, one more share just before we get started on the next section. Sharing. Well, you're clearly focused on little Miss Cutie Pie over here, and that's cool. Really just sharing any aha moments so far, any questions that have been popping up, like, hey, I didn't know that, anything like that. Jocelyn, anything sort of peeking the mind here? Anything you really liked so far?
I think I like seeing the actual products because I didn't know that it's individually packaged, right?
Yeah.
Because I think every morning, I told Christian, I'm just holding off, I'm trying to finish off what I have. But every morning the hassle is like, let me just open up this bottle, that bottle, right?
Interesting.
So I like that.
So what you have right now, what are you currently taking?
So I'm not taking it consistently what I have. I just need to really get on that mode.
Yeah, get rid of it. Start now. Love it. Okay, give her a round of applause. Perfect. Okay. All right, cool. Have a seat, guys. Come back to your seats. Right, I like to point this out because I know, change is not always easy, and that's fine. Girls are coming for you, sorry.
No.
It's over now. Right? Change is not always easy, but what I find is that don't look at it as change. Look at it as choices. If I was dying tonight, do you think I'm going to choose to go to work or go see my family? If I was dying tonight, just be honest with me. What am I going to choose?
Family.
Oh, no, I have to work, though. You're dying tonight, right? I mean, Steve Jobs said this. He says, my reality check every day is that I know I'm going to die at some point. He's like, I know I'm going to die. And he's like, that realization every day that at some point I may or may not die makes me really value the opposite of death, which is life. And Steve Jobs has gone on to create a multi-figure billion-dollar enterprise called what? Apple. Which is almost in every single household with multiple products around the world. Was he significant? Yes or no? Oh, yeah. So that's why I listen to things like that. When people say things, if someone has the results, if someone is really living that example, I find that really interesting. So for my beautiful lady that just shared that she's taking some other stuff, hey, by all means, keep taking it. But I want to ask you, if you had the choice though, right, what else would you choose? Number 1 or number 14? Number 1 or number 37? Number 1 or dead last with a half star out of 5 star? I'm just asking. And I'm asking with love and urgency because my mom used to take Centrum. And then she had a heart attack and she was experiencing headaches every single day. All right? And then she got off Centrum and now she's on her way to curing herself from diabetes type 2. She's lost 20 pounds. She's not here tonight, although she did send some text love. She says hi, everybody. Right? And I brought that to her. She calls me her hero. There's no price on that. Does that make sense? All right, cool. I love it. So let's talk about the second part of challenges. Hey, Nadia. Okay, so actually I'm going to use you. If you can you read this out loud again? Yeah. Thank you.
It's crazy that some people feel that 2 to 5 years in a business is a long time to get rich. Don't feel that 4 years at a job is a long time to stay broke.
Ooh, okay. So disclaimer here, there's nothing wrong with jobs. Nothing. We have nothing against jobs. We are, though, up for part-time projects that are about 2 to 5 years that create time freedom and financial freedom. Remember we talked about that at the very beginning? Okay, so that's where this is coming into the mix now. So stay with me here. If you use social media, be proud to be here. Either hashtag your status update and or you can find some of our updates as well with these hashtags. Hashtag the Freedom Project, hashtag USANA Lifestyle, hashtag live your what? live your well, and then hashtag both. Thank you. Yeah. She's like, I couldn't wait. All right, cool. So one of the things that I want to point out here is which online business franchise is the best home-based business with solution-oriented perks. Okay, Brian, the first one. Number 1, read that out.
Serve yourself, get healthy. It's really fun.
Yeah, and number 2.
Serve others, share time.
And number 3.
100 weeks, time and financial freedom.
Yeah. Okay. So which online franchise model, I mean, you guys have a hint already, but which online franchise model offers all 3 of these things and offers a system to achieve these things? Yeah, we're the best. Again, do you see a theme here? The best, yeah. And it's, again, I'm not being biased. I'm utilizing third-party accolades that help us really stand true to these claims. Our founder, the product line, the customer service, all of that good stuff. I mean, do you think I'm proud or not to be considered number 1? Of course, I can't call myself a boss babe if I'm not number 1. I'm just saying. All right, and so we promised you as well a way to save $3,000 this year. Sorry, when? This year. All right, tax season is almost over, but it's happening right now. The way that we're able to do that is we hit 2 birds with 1 stone. Because we're a home-based business, and because our product line is something that you actually consume, pass me the health fact box here. These products here actually will help you get back in your taxes $250 a month. Thank you. Because these are now considered what? They're not just nutritional products. Because it's a home-based business. What are these now? You know this. What kind of write-off are they? Tax.
It is a tax.
Write-off.
It depends on what it is.
Well,
It's
because
for the business.
we're talking about USANA, so it doesn't depend what it is. It's right here.
But because I did, sorry, I'm gonna run my mouth. I did not even tax and stuff like that. But
Thank you.
I was just listening to you guys talk about the
Of course. Oh my God, yeah. This is not the only thing, guys. I mean, I'm super biased because I love USANA. But yeah, there's wonderful ways to, there's all kinds of different businesses. But in specifically USANA's business, the same product that you eat are now considered what? Tax write-offs, right? So when you are in a car business, right? I mean, that's actually not a great example. Let's say you manufacture clothing. Every piece of clothing is not a tax write-off. Certain things to do with the business are, but every piece of clothing is not. Just because you own the clothing business doesn't mean you get to write off every single piece of clothing. But because we're a home-based business and your overhead costs are the vitamins and supplements, those are now tax write-offs. And normally, the average person, the average North American, can't write off what they eat. They can't write off their supplements. But if you have a home-based business called USANA Health Sciences, now you can. So it's 2 birds, 1 stone. You see the efficiency there? Yeah, and we'll talk about that, of course. We're gonna talk about lots of ways. We're gonna talk about lots of options that are available, but tonight is obviously about this project. Now here's the thing, guys. Lower your taxes big time. The other options that you were talking about, found in this book as well. If you want to get educated on how you can actually lower your taxes, if you currently aren't doing that, we're not saying run away from taxes and don't pay them. We're saying just lower them legally. And having a home-based business lets you do that. So the answer with that, how will you save, is you sign up a home-based business. Now, again, every North American taxpayer who works a full-time job and does not have a side home-based business, you're overpaying taxes by $3,000 to $9,000. You're leaving money on the table, right? Do you have a business, by the way? No? Okay, we'll talk after. But one of the things is that we just want to say, don't leave money on the table. If you don't have to pay those taxes, then don't. Get some write-offs. And one of the most simplest ways you can do that is start a home-based business. Make sense?
Yes.
All right. Here's my favorite slide ever, which is the leveraged income, which is your key to time freedom, right? If you can imagine this, what is time freedom, though? Before we talk about this, what is that? Time freedom means, like you said earlier, Jocelyn,
What I want to do.
yeah. And when, though? Only on the weekends? Only when you're done work?
All the time.
When you want.
When you want to, right? That's what time freedom really is, owning your schedule, okay? And again, these things seem hokey pokey. You're like, that doesn't exist. Oh yeah, if you've never experienced it, it doesn't exist in your mind, but it does exist. And the reason why it doesn't exist for most people is because they're in a traditional plan. Nothing wrong with this plan, but this is what we're sold from school, right? In business school, this is the same thing I was taught to. We are taught to work 50 hours per week, all by our lonesome. And then we get 50 weeks per year of work capacity. Why? Because 2 weeks are for vacation, right? So that's 2,500 hours per year. And then in a given 40-year career time span, that work capacity is equivalent to 100,000 hours. And that is you working by yourself. Now, what if you had a part-time project that you worked 10 hours per week, 10 hours of specific business activities, not random things, but specific activities like we're doing tonight, right? And you built a team over 100 weeks, so you still have the same vacation, and a team of 100 people, right? In 2 years, I mean, they say even on your Facebook friends list, everyone has like a minimum of 300 people. But this is what's interesting, guys. What happens? It's the same. Yeah. So in the 100-week time frame, you're now making the same money that it took you an entire 40-year career to do. How's that possible? It's possible because this is what is called leveraged income. Meaning it's not just you working by your lonesome anymore. That makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
It's called teamwork makes the
dream work.
Oh, hello. I like that. Okay. And so that's what we're really talking about here, because we are a leveraged income model system, meaning we get to piggyback and partner up and create a network of our own freedom people, or boss babes as we call them, or alpha males. And instead of doing it all by ourselves, which I like this picture, right? We don't want to just survive in life. We want to not live to work. We want to work to live. Does that make sense? We want to thrive. Enough of this surviving stuff. I mean, these old problems are boring. The kind of conversations that I have with some people, they're just boring. You know, I'm like, no, like let's move on to a different problem, like, world hunger. Let's approach that instead of you just trying to pay your bill, right? I mean, that's just boring to me. And I say that with love, because my intention is to grow people. And our intention tonight is to really have people thrive in life. Are you okay with that? Mm-hmm. All right. So we also leverage another tool, and it's free if you have internet and an account. It's called social media. Raise your hand if you have a cell phone in your pocket right now. Mm-hmm. Oh, interesting. You're connected to the whole world right now. Amazing. So you can leverage social media. And the last part here is that we want to really look at this because nobody really talks about this. There is linear income, which is traditional, and there's residual income. Linear income is what we're taught is the norm, and we're taught that only one stream of income, of linear income, is what you're going to do for the rest of your life. And that's okay, right? Not everybody has big dreams like we do in this room. But one of the things we want to point out, though, is that linear income, if you stop giving up your time for money, the income keeps going, or does it stop?
Stops.
Yeah, it stops, right? And so that's what that red line is, right? You're working, giving your time, and then let's say you go on an leave of absence. Okay, income stops unless you organize a certain deal with your employer, right? Decide to have a baby, right? Okay, income stops again, right? Again, unless you have a very particular arrangement with your employer. You just want to switch jobs. Okay, are you getting paid in between jobs? No, right? And so that's why we just take a look at multiple streams of income, and specifically residual income. So how is residual income possible with this project? Okay, Will, read this out loud. Come closer if you can see it. That's okay. Come closer.
The top part?
Yeah.
Linear income, traditional.
In the blocks.
Oh, in the box, sorry. You have to consume daily products that people would keep buying.
Perfect. That's good there. Priscilla coming up. Love it. Give Will a round of applause.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Keep buying online month after month while you sleep with an online store like Amazon, eBay, or Etsy. Paid on memberships of everyone in your team.
Okay. So that's how we're able to access residual income. Because now we're not being paid on just when I show up to work. We're being paid on the movement of product, and we're being paid with the efforts of our team that we've built. So we're building like this network, a tribe. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Right? And because we're paid on monthly and annual memberships, or the movement of product when people just buy from all over the world while I'm sleeping, right? What do you think happens? I don't have to be in the mix anymore. Once I've communicated this once, people make their accounts and they buy whenever they want to buy, right? And because they love the results of the product, even during a recession, we're still selling products. It's because the products are the building blocks of life. Does this make sense?
Yes.
Cool. Do you like that?
Yeah.
It's very exciting. Like, I mean, you guys should be like, yeah, exactly. When I found this 4 years ago, you better believe I jumped on board and I was just like, oh my gosh, I love this. And thankfully, I've been an entrepreneur now for 11 years. I'm officially unemployable because nobody can pay me what I get paid, and nobody can give me everything that I get on this type of opportunity platform. And I love that because it's like, where's that, like that confidence, like this vitality? I chose this. I chose this 4 years ago, and it's really powerful. And it was because I started to understand this. I didn't really understand this at the very beginning, and if you don't right now too, that's okay. I didn't either 4 years ago. It was kind of like, what do you mean? So that's why I really want to just point this little point out before the next slide, which is even though we might earn linear income, guess what? If you decide to keep on living, your bills are residual, meaning they happen whether or not you're working, right? Unless you decide to cancel them. But your living expenses, they happen residually. So we have residual bills. Why shouldn't we have residual income? Is that not a power question or not?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that made me think. 4 years ago when I was asked that myself, I was like, that's a fantastic question. And I started searching out ways to make multiple streams of income and make residual income. So again, we'll talk more about that. More than just income here. In lieu of time, I'm going to conversations. And, okay, I can't skip over this because this is massive. All right. Now, if you have a residual income model that's also available to you to leverage through teamwork efforts, and you have an online business, meaning you're connected to the internet to over 5 billion people in the world, and you're in over 20 countries, and your product is consumed how often?
Every day.
Every day. So they're reordered how often?
Monthly.
Monthly. Thank you. Someone's awake. Cool. I'm just joking. One of these things, that's what's generating. What else is possible than financially with this kind of business? Tell me the truth. What is possible? Do you think you're going to earn just what you make in a regular 40-hour week, or do you think it's possible to make more than that? More, right? So sometimes people get scared at this slide because they're like, oh, for sure, this is a scheme. This is a get-rich-quick scheme. Okay, it's actually not. It's a get-rich, smart, and over time business model. And I like that because I wasn't taught this in business school. So in our franchise model, it's possible to make $1,500 a week, $9,000 a week, $16,000, $18,000, all the way up to $42,000. And actually, there is no limit, really. There really is no limit. Okay. So this is possible. So in 1 week, someone can make what they make in an entire year. Do you think this is making a difference in people's lives? Do you think people can actually be as generous as they actually want to be?
Mm-hmm.
So money doesn't change people. It just makes you more of who you are. And that's why we're talking to you tonight. Because we believe it's important for you to at least try to become the richest version of yourself in every aspect of the word, not just with money, but rich of vitality, rich of resources, right? Rich of generosity. Because then you can do something. Really, that make sense?
Yeah.
And that's why I love this business model, because that's possible. And I'm experiencing that right now. 4 years ago, asked me if I thought it was possible. To be honest, no. I was the most skeptical person. I love the product line, and I was like, I can sell anything, right? I was just so like, just it didn't faze me that this was actually possible, and I just thought I was going to just take the product. Next thing you know, I transformed my mother's life. Next thing you know, I transformed my family's life. Next thing you know, I transformed 10 other people's lives that I went on to help them transform their life. Next thing you know, I have a team in Colombia, in Mexico, soon to be Hawaii, and now in Toronto, I'm growing another Boss Babe Nation with my other Boss Babes. Ask me 4 years ago if I thought that was possible, I'd tell you no. But it's because I had to see it to believe it. Make sense? Mm-hmm. So now I don't go by seeing to believe. I go by, what do I feel? And what I felt at this moment was I can actually do something with this kind of income capacity. And I'm so glad that I did 4 years ago. All right. So as we conclude here, guys, we want to just point out that this particular industry is based on word of mouth marketing. And so we create teams. And when you have teams of people, what is that called? Network. It's a network, right? And so when we market through word of mouth, through networks, the industry is also called network marketing. And these people here, billionaire investor Warren Buffett, who's worth $47 billion, he said that network marketing has been one of the best investments of his entire career. All right. How about real estate mogul, Rich Dad Poor Dad author? Do you know Rich Dad Poor Dad? Have you heard of that book? Yeah. So Robert Kiyosaki made his millions and became a self-made millionaire through real estate. But he also said that the richest people in the world look and build networks. The rest of the people look for work. All right. So yes, there is a mindset shift here, guys. But tonight, I promised you that you could increase the quality of your life starting when? Today. Okay. There's a problem with this slide, though. Nadia, what's the problem?
There's no women.
Until now. All right. So Dalai Lama. Who recognizes Dalai Lama?
Yeah.
Again. We go to the best. We go to the top. We go to the world leaders for information and wisdom. The Dalai Lama said the world will be saved by the Western women. I get a little emotional, can't lie. I think it's just because sometimes we don't realize our own personal power. I'm sorry, I just get a little emotional because I just had a little vision of these ladies right now. And, you be the judge for yourself. I'm very powerful within my own right, but again, I can't persuade you to do anything or think anything. I can just share with you. But I want to just urge you that, you don't have to just sit idly and observe and do nothing about life. You have so much power in your hands. So much power. And if anything, empower the Western women. Make sense? Mm-hmm. All right, I like that. I felt you guys in that moment. So thank you for being there. All right, now, bye, Dalai Lama. See ya. All right, so emotions aside, now is the time that you might be wondering, okay, Melissa, this is wonderful stuff, but really, what do I have to do? Okay, beautiful. If you do nothing different tonight, can you expect any new results tomorrow? Mm-hmm. Let me ask you that again. If you do nothing different tonight, can you expect any new results tomorrow? No. Why not? You did nothing. Thank you. Okay. So why not? What else? You did nothing. What else?
You're not changing anything.
You didn't change anything.
Well, you need to put in the work to get results.
Yeah. And what's the work? What's the work here? So I want to point out to you that there's nothing really difficult here. We want to encourage you a way to redirect some of your spending. Some of us are already consuming some products. Some of us know about them and they're taking them and waiting for them to run out. And some of us are enjoying some beverages. I love you. I'm totally right. And people actually in North America, statistics show that there's frivolous spending, which means spending that we don't think about. We're spending over $10 a day on just random stuff. Okay. How about we show you a way to save half of that, create your own health pack, and you can actually create your own next step for your existing spending and just create this in $5 a day. Right? Are you worth $5 a day? Mm-hmm. That's what I thought. Me too. Okay, and then you're also going to get access to your free VIP online account. If you just want to be a client of ours and support the revolution and get your health back on track and create that disease-free body, yes, but let's be honest, the one that looks good and feels good. Get your sexy back, if you will. All right, we just want to also show you another way to transition away from some of the things that you might be enjoying right now that are not really doing much for you, and really just give you another option. Okay, and that's what you call the Usana lifestyle. right? Try it for yourself. Don't judge a book by its cover. You have no idea until it's actually in your own body. Alrighty, and then last but not least, at the end of tonight, if you are concerned or if you have some questions, we'll address them as well. But increasing the quality of your life starting tonight means that you can give yourself access. So the membership account is free, right? There's no purchase necessary, and that's what the form is for. And then secondly, if you do want to save on taxes starting tonight, then you would just take off the business portion, okay? There's no actual work required as of today, but you can also decide, talk to whoever invited you, but find out what's involved and really get yourself coached and mentored, okay? And then that's what we mean by getting healthier and wealthier starting tonight. Woo! I like that. Woo! And so let's say you're like, yeah, you know what? I decided I want my tax refund. I want to do 2 birds, 1 stone. I like that. Good. Prepare for your tax refund. Go to the dollar store, get yourself a little bundly bookie thing or whatever. Save all your tax receipts. Get the book Lower Your Taxes Big Time and talk to any one of us, and we can start helping you organize that. But make sure you just bring it all to your accountant, and then once you do that, hello, and then you do this. I'm sorry, I just love that picture. I used to work for TD Bank too, so I used to love counting the money. I'm like, I love this. It's so fun. It's like people stress all day long about this stuff, and it's just play money, right? I used to too. I'm not gonna lie. I came from poverty. So, if I can, the Financial Freedom 100 Weeks Promise. Okay, do nothing, get nothing. Okay, I promise you, this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a get-rich-over 100 weeks business model. Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Don't get trained, because training mindset means you're not learning and earning. Instead, get coached and mentored, right? If you want to know how to do something, do you ask the person who's never done it before, or do you ask the person who's been doing it for 11 years? Do you ask a athletic coach who's never played basketball how to get better in basketball, or do you go to the NBA top coach of the world, right? If you have access, right? Talk to me, people.
Yes.
Talk to me. Okay? So that's what it means to get coached and trained. And again, I wish that they just taught me this in business school. They never really talked about that, right? Mentoring is never really talked about. And that's why I became a business mentor as well. Because there's so many people, over 76% of North Americans want to start a business. They just don't know how to. They don't know the first steps or the second steps or how to sustain it, how to make it profitable, how to create a lifestyle around it, right? What am I supposed to do, right? I've already gone through the trial and error times. And yes, I still make mistakes sometimes, but for the most part, I am successful. And I don't want to just keep it for myself and say, no, like I actually want to share it. So within our team, I'm not the only leader. There's actually a few hundred leaders, and there's also a lot of members who are in the coaching and mentoring system right now. They can share if we have time to share. Actually, we do have time. And that's what we say, that there are steps to success. So don't try to go the trial and error method. Just learn from someone who's already doing it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right, cool. And so that's how we make that claim, because it's possible. So please don't just think like, oh, I just start and then I'm a millionaire. No, 8 weeks training, guaranteed. All right, cool. And that's if you value freedom, help yourself and help others with your own freedom project, and possibly even link arms with the 90 Boss Babe Army. So excited. All right, cool. So now let me just ask you where you see yourself, because tonight you might not have expected, you're like, I didn't expect to be sold. No one's going to be sold here if you don't want to be sold. And there's nothing for sale. There's only possibilities here. But a possibility is not probable if you do nothing about it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right, cool. So you guys are all your own people. You guys are smart, intelligent people. An amazingly stylish man here. A really cool man that wants to get fit and sexy for the women. I'm just joking.